Oh, back in the spotlight and speaking out on the death penalty, former Governor John Kitzhaber.
And new tonight, a push for a repeal and some alternatives. Our Cole Miller spoke with him and others hoping to make some of these changes. Cole?
Well, Jennifer, Jeff, simply put, the governor and the group Oregonians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty say it doesn't deter violent crime and it costs too much. Now the goal is to have one-on-one conversations with people sharing personal stories rather than simply throwing numbers and statistics at them. That applause for former Governor John Kitzhaber speaking tonight to this crowd at Beaverton's Bethel Congregational United Church of Christ. The topic, the death penalty.
It's the last step on a long, expensive, irrational journey.
Those here looking to do away with it for, say, life without the possibility of parole.
More and more people in this country, I think, agree that there are better ways to provide that punishment, needed punishment, rather than simply killing people.
Among the arguments, the cost. A 2016 Lewis and Clark study showing it takes anywhere from $800,000 to more than $1 million to try these cases compared to a traditional one. Oregonians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty saying the state spends $29 million annually on prosecution and defense.
The costs of conducting execution are really driven by the lengthy appeals system.
Frank Thompson is a former superintendent of the Oregon State Penitentiary.
The due process is just a costly undertaking.
Then there's the debate over whether it works. Does it make us safer? Thompson, who used to support the death penalty, says it does not.
If our health system, our education system, our transportation systems were failing, like capital punishment is failing, we'd want to scrap it.
As for Kitzhaber, who oversaw the state's last two executions in 1996 and in 1997.
Those two deaths haunted me for 20 years, still haunt me.
And later placed a moratorium on them in 2011, still in place now with Governor Kate Brown. He says the debate needs to happen.
It's a conversation we need to have, I think, as Oregonians. It's been on the books for a long time, and it's time to have a conversation about it.
And as of now, there are currently 34 people on death row here in Oregon. Many tonight argue that money spent on working these cases could and should instead be put towards education, mental health, and drug addiction to prevent people from going to prison in the first place. Back to you.
Interesting story tonight, Cole. Thank you very much.